Did you look at all the news from the new Predator movie that's coming out?
I don't know anything about it. Tell me.
Well, I guess it just started shooting, and there's a synopsis that came out for it. So, it's the same director as Prey. You've watched Prey, right?
Uh, actually, no, I have not watched it yet.
Oh, you need to watch
Here's the thing,
Prey.
though. I
Yeah.
know it's good. I will watch it this week because I have
Oh,
no plans.
awesome. Okay, maybe you
I,
can
I
talk
I'll
about
watch
it
it.
next
I
time.
will for sure. I will because
But
I do. That's one thing I feel embarrassed about saying that I haven't watched that yet because I do look forward to seeing that movie and I
mhm,
haven't been spoiled on it yet, which is
yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, people they 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 say it's as good as the first one, which I know you the second one's your favorite.
the second was my. That's not to say that the first one isn't good.
Oh
It's
no,
just
but you
I prefer the second one more because to me there's just in the later half of the movie there's more humanity in it because it's like they're kicking the shit out of a 45-year-old man instead of I'm Arnold Schwarzenegger. I'm 30 and I'm on steroids.
apparently it's the same director. It's called Badlands or Predator Badlands. It might be Predator Badlands, and he's going to shoot this, and then after this, he's shooting a direct sequel to Prey, which I don't know how I feel about that. Maybe we'll talk about that when you watch Prey.
Yeah, yeah, it's probably a good idea.
'Cause, I mean,
Um,
no Predator movie had a direct sequel, so
does is Badlands is that a period piece too?
I believe it's set in the future. So basically, maybe I this is what just I'm assuming, and I'll read like the synopsis here, but it might be like Cyberpunk Predator. I don't know.
I was gonna say because there hasn't been a future Predator movie either,
Yeah,
right?
and that would be cool. But let me. I'm gonna.
How does the Yaoji improve on this technology? Because they had
But
state of the art shit back in the 80s.
the synopsis reads a groundbreaking film in which one of the two main storyline delves into the intricate bond of two very different sisters. Their familial ties are put to the ultimate test as they pursue divergent paths and missions. That's pretty fucking vague.
One of the two main storylines. Okay, what are they considering the two main storylines? Predator 1 and 2? Or Predator and Alien versus Predator? Or Predator and Alien? Like, what? Like, that's weird.
Okay. So they have like this casting call for two sisters, okay? And I'll read this to you. This is, I guess, the main characters. It's like this casting is for dual character, and this is from avpgalaxy.net, so they're pretty spot on with stuff like this. It says it's Thea and Tessa. The casting is for a dual character and describes both characters. Character identifies as female or non binary, open ethnicity, mid 20s and mid 40s. Thea has spent most of her life in a laboratory and is now embarking on her first big adventure in the world. She is incredibly smart, witty, enthusiastic, and unflappable. She has an innate disregard for danger, not because she's fearless, but simply because she's naive. Strong comedy chops required. The other sister, Tessa, has a militant intensity when it comes to achieving her family's goals and mission objectives. She will not let anything get in her way, not even her twin sister. But I believe I don't know what sister it is, but is it Dakota Fanning? Let me see the Fanning sisters here real
L,
quick.
L, L and Dakota. Dakota
Okay, Elle
is
Fanning.
the
Elle
older
Fanning has been cast in this movie, so I don't know if she's playing the twins, but yeah, she's kind of like the only person that's been cast in this movie so far. But it sounds like it might be a clone because life in the laboratory, and she's naive, so I'm thinking this might be a clone. But what's your take on this?
it. You okay? You said it's two girls and they're related.
They're twins, but from the sounds of this, and if it's set in the future, and one is in a laboratory and is naive, I would assume they're
Well,
clones.
okay. You said non-binary in there. is that non-binary from how they were created or how they identify? Which I'm
Yeah,
not going on like political shit. It's
no,
just,
no. I mean, I guess this is just a casting call, which makes me think it might not be Elle Fanning. This is a casting call, so they're just looking for
oh,
a,
so it could be a guy or a girl could fill that part,
yeah, it
or
could be,
any gender, I guess.
yeah. Well, it
Anybody could fill that part, I guess.
yeah, non-binary or a woman. So
Okay, okay.
open ethnicity and mid 20s and mid 40s. So that's a pretty wide
Yeah.
range too. So, but
I
yeah,
mean,
a lot
I
of
just
people.
get, you know,
Oh,
the
go ahead.
problem I have is not, I'm all for representation and stuff. Please don't pander, but at the same time, it's like if I was going to, let's say I was going to write this movie, couldn't I write a character that's quote unquote non-binary or transgender or whatever, and I don't have to say that they are non-binary or transgender. I could just put them in the movie.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I feel like that's a big problem is you have to make a point to drum it over the head that, oh, look at this person, they're quote unquote special somehow. And it's like, or you could just, this person's name is Laura Franklin and she's fucking, you know, this person, she's going to do this, or he or they or whatever. Like, I that's the problem I have. It's not, I don't want to say it's a political standpoint. It
It's
to
not the
me,
defining characteristic of that
yeah,
character.
exactly.
Like, yeah,
Yes. It's that's not what makes that person special. I don't
yeah.
give a fuck about that. I don't care about who they want to lay down with or whatever. How are you going to make me invested in what you're doing? It's
Hmm.
not that. It's the actions you take in the story. That's what I care about,
Yeah.
right? I guess.
Yeah, it just seems like very wide net they cast for or to cast this character apparently.
Well, it
So
sounds like they
maybe they're
just need to
just
get Timothy
they're
Chalamet.
they're probably looking for someone who's like feminine and not just a man or whatever. Like it could be non-binary or a woman. But
It
yeah,
we're leaning towards like Bishonen culture because like you know how like Alucard from Symphony of the Night, he's feminine but he's a man. He's very
yeah.
much a man, but
Oh
in
yeah.
looks it's kind of like that's where we are now as a society is like
Yeah,
we don't
and
want Arnold Schwarzenegger, we want Timothy
no.
Chalamet.
And this is set in the future, so maybe genders do blend. That's the idea of the future. Like
Which is fine with me. Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
that's great. Like, I mean, I just don't want that to be. That's what I mean. Like, um, dude, I just had a great example. Yeah, I just I'm not one with all the. You know, I'm all for I want equal representation for whatever, but I don't want pandering, and most of it seems a lot like pandering. But also, the reason why it seems like pandering is because they're making sure they make it a point every 5 minutes to let you know that's what they are,
Well, I mean, I
instead
think
of here's this person. Like, you know, Ellen Ripley is a girl, obviously, but she's more of a fucking man than most of the men she's on screen with in any movie she.
well, I know
I,
Disney owns the Predator and Alien franchises, and that's like a very Disney thing they've done with Star Wars. It's like,
oh
oh,
my god,
we had two women kiss at the end of a movie, but you don't know who they are. Like
that's what I
you
mean.
you could have
It
made
seems
like
pandering. It
yeah.
just seems pandering, and
How
I don't
about
want
make
that. That
actual characters that that's not their
exactly
sole thing, but
because exactly because what are people saying? There's like, oh god, Disney put these two bitches in kissing at the end of Star Wars. No, but here's my thing. I don't know if you was in this. I knew what a lesbian was when I was like 8 years old. Okay, when I was watching Star Wars, nothing is black or white. It's all purple and green and fucking. One guy has a butt for a mouth and like all kinds of other crazy shit. And it's like, are those motherfuckers worried about if the guy with a butt for a mouth is fucking a guy with a vagina for a mouth, or like how does that work? You know what I mean? Like, I
yeah,
was like,
yeah.
I figured everybody was more accepting about shit like that, but now it's you know what I mean? They have to
Well,
make
yeah.
a point with shit like that, and you know, kind of like virtue signaling and stuff. But I'm not opposed to that, like
No.
harmony, right? But when
Yeah, it's
you're,
not gonna.
it's
I'm not
more
gonna.
agenda based when they're beating you over the head with it. I hate that.
Yeah, but I mean, this sounds pretty good, and I trust that Dan Trachtenberg to do this. I'm looking forward
Now,
to
what,
it.
refresh me? What else has he done?
He did. Oh, what was it? Cloverfield Lane. Did you watch that with John Goodman?
Oh, that's the one I didn't watch. I need to watch that one because
Yeah, that's
what's her
about
name from
the
Scott?
best one,
What's
I
her name from
think.
Scott Pilgrim's in that one too, right? Yeah, that I
Yeah.
heard that was really good.
Oh, 10
Clover,
Cloverfield.
yeah, 10 Cloverfield Lane.
No Escape. That's about the only movies he's done. He's done Prey, and then
No Escape with Ray Liotta from like 1995.
no, not that. No
Oh,
Escape. That's
goddamn.
from 2011.
Okay, you know what I'm talking about though. There was a
Yeah,
Sega
yeah.
Genesis game
He's got.
based off
Well,
that.
they had that Kevin Dillon wear that fucking shard of glass
Yeah.
necklace.
Okay.
But Fede Alvarez, like in an interview recently, he said that he would love to do. He would love to work with that Trachtenberg to do an AVP movie. Which I mean, throw some Colonial Marines in there. I'll watch that.
I don't know. What was the last good Alien movie, Wes?
I mean, I liked Romulus. I actually don't hate any
What
of the
was the?
Alien
And I'm
movies.
not looking for a specific answer. What was the last? I'm talking good, like left an actual impression on
Well, I liked Romulus.
you. Okay, so the
Uh,
Romulus did leave an impression on
I
you in a
think
good way.
I think I like Alien 3 quite a
Because
bit.
now remember, I watched your review with you, Penny, and
Yeah.
that and I watched yours first, and then I watched a couple other people's, and they all had the same complaint. They
Yeah.
started shoveling some shit in there to link
I
some
would
shit to some other shit.
I would have liked it a lot better if they didn't have those quotes in there, if they didn't
There
have,
you go. Yeah.
deep
Let
fake
go over, you
Ian
bitch,
Holm.
and then they, yeah, yes, and yeah, bad CGI of a person who was in a movie 50 years ago, and also the link to Alien Resurrection. And keep in mind, I have not watched this movie yet, but I watched the review because here's the thing: it honestly didn't look that great to me because I've had my asshole bled out by the other couple of movies that came out in the Alien franchise, where everyone was like, "These are going to be a return to it's Ridley Scott, dude. How could they go wrong? They went wrong, and then they went wrong again, like with Promise Directors. It's like, well, God, dude, we're gonna dig up fucking Sergio Leone, and he's gonna direct the Return to Form Aliens, also versus the Predator, versus RoboCop versus the Terminator. He's doing it. It's going to be the best shit of all time.
Robo
It's going to
Predator
be,
and Alien.
yeah, Robo Predator Alien. It's going to run fucking 6.5 hours long. It's going to be a movie. It's not going to be on Netflix, and it's going to suck fucking dick. It
I
won't matter.
okay. I will just say I don't hate any of the Alien movies except for maybe the Alien versus Predator movies are pretty bad. But
I never
I
watched Requiem
you never watched
because
it,
I
then
heard
don't
him.
watch it.
You told me not to
You,
watch it.
you
You told me not to.
you can't watch it because the fucking picture's so dark.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the bell so you never miss an update. If you want to support the channel and get exclusive content, check out our Patreon in the link below.